Bryce Harper just hit his 300th career home run against the Angels on Wednesday after coming off a homestand where he hit .471 with 6 home runs and 15 RBIs. Even though he's getting into his 30s, Harper is still one of the best players in Major League Baseball, and there's no question about it. Subscribe if you haven't yet if you want to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. Before we get into Harper now, let's go back to 2015 when he won his first MVP. He was an absolute monster this season, hitting .330 with an OPS plus almost reaching 200 at 198. Keep in mind that for OPS plus, the average MLB player receives a 100. He also hit 42 home runs, leading all of the MLB. This was no doubt Bryce Harper's prime. During his prime, he was one of, if not the most hated player in all of Major League Baseball. When Harper was with the Nationals, he had a bit of a temper, and you would constantly see him getting into trouble with many ejections thrown in there as well. This was most likely Harper biting into all the pressure people put on him, as he was dubbed the chosen one when he was drafted and soon called up to the big leagues at age 19. Even with Harper's attitude, he was still one of the best players in baseball. Fast forward to 2019 when Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies for a record-breaking 13-year, $330 million contract. After all the years of being called an awful guy and an overrated player, it seemed like Harper changed as a player and a person. He became a lovable guy that bought into the fans' energy, something that he didn't do much of in DC. It was almost like Bryce needed Philadelphia, and Philly certainly needed him. Now in 2023, Harper has another MVP under his belt and a National League pennant. In 2023, Bryce Harper came back in May with the fastest recovery to Tommy John surgery in Major League history, after getting the surgery in only November of last year. The power didn't come back right away, and people were worried that Bryce Harper wouldn't be the same player anymore. That was all thrown out the window as Harper has been on a tear, hitting home runs left and right, driving in guys, and fielding a good glove over at first base, something that he has never done in his career until this year. When Harper hit home run number 300, the fans immediately asked for a curtain call. Not many players have done what Harper has done to the city of Philadelphia. He fully buys into the city and makes it a part of him. I think the Phillies fans are one of the reasons Bryce is still able to play like his MVP self. Without them, he wouldn't have that same fire he shows in front of the Philly faithful. He lives for the moment, and my goodness do the Phillies fans create a lot of those moments for him. Bryce Harper is still one of the best players in the MLB. He's also one of, if not the most feared hitter in the game. Pitchers don't want to pitch to him, and even then, he still finds ways to crush them. Harper is picked up right where he left off in the playoffs last year, and is starting to look more and more like the 2015 and 2021 versions of himself. Put some respect on Bryce Harper's name, because he isn't going anywhere, and will be one of the best players in baseball for a long time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Bryce Harper, and if you think he is still one of the best players in the MLB. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't yet so you can stay up to date with all things Philly sports. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.